Bro, I'm still so confused to what really happened to Fetty, man. He straight up just changed his whole style after coming out of jail, man, and I'm not the biggest fan of his new style, bro. Honestly, he was such a hit maker and his melodic pockets were just so unique, bro. And now he's just going to the copy and paste trap style, which doesn't necessarily sound bad, but man, like I Fetty's just holding himself back, man. Let's just quickly check out this clip right here, man, of Fetty Wap changing his style with this brand new snippet. Like I said, the snippet isn't too bad. It's just like, yo, like when you're so talented vocally, why would you hold yourself back just to doing typical trap music? You know what I mean? So let's just check this out right here, man. Yeah, like it obviously sounds like pretty decent, you know what I mean? But it just sounds like any typical Atlanta or Chicago drill trap track, you know what I mean, man? And just with Fetty's like straight up just hits he has, like let's just go to some of his hits and some of these numbers right here, man. Because man, he was straight up a hit maker. He was even on stage with Taylor Swift, man. And you know Taylor Swift is probably the biggest female pop star in the world, man. Like I think she sold about 2 million first week with her last project. And if you look at some of the top rappers right now, they're selling like at the highest, maybe like 500K first week. And that's Drake, man. I just don't understand why Fetty is just going straight to the trap style music. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely get him going to jail. You know, he has some things to talk about, you know what I mean? But he could have done it way better, man. Way better. So yeah, let's just go to his Spotify right now. He's at 21 million monthly listeners, man. Should be way more, bro. Like his music was the type of music you listen to and you just can't stop smiling. Like you just can't stop smiling, man. And now when you listen to this snippet right here, man, it just sounds like the same old trap shit, you know what I mean? And you know, Fetty just he had so much potential. Like look at his top songs right there. Trap Queen's at 1.5 billion streams. And this came out right before Spotify and, you know, the whole streaming era, man. 679 with Remy Boys, 1 billion. The song again, 598,000. The song My Way, like My Way is such a hit, man. Like he went on a crazy run. Like when he dropped Fetty Wap, the deluxe version, man, there was literally no misses on it. RGF Island, man. RGF Island is one of the most underrated Fetty Wap songs ever, man. This project was literally a 2015 classic. You know, I'm just super disappointed, and I know most of you guys are pretty disappointed in the direction he's going as well, you know? And, you know, it's obviously been many years since he, you know, he technically peaked, right? But, man, I was just kind of hoping that he went back to, like, the melodic direction right after he came out of jail, man. But let's just do a little refresher here. We're going to react to this video on what really happened to Fetty Wap. And, you know, I'm gonna be saying my piece about it and, you know, just kind of do some commentary around it. So let's just get it started right here, man.
Wap was one of the biggest artists in the world. His song Trap Queen was a mega hit. He was on tour with Post Malone, performing on stage with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, he was on stage with Post Malone and Taylor Swift, man. Like that's incredible, man. Like that's what like a lot of artists dream of, and I just don't understand why he decided to start selling drugs, going to jail, just making some silly decisions. You know what I mean? But I mean, this video right here is definitely gonna talk about it, and we're gonna dissect everything. You know what I mean?
But today, Fetty Wap is sitting in federal prison after he made the biggest mistake of his life.
And yeah, obviously this video we're reacting to is from a year ago, so he's obviously out now. But yeah, I'll have the video play.
How do you go from being one of the biggest artists in the world to the biggest name in prison? Well, it all started with Fetty Wap making more money than he could dream of, because following the success of Trap Queen, he dropped 2 more massive hits, 679 and My Way, both selling millions of records. He was
like, man, if you think about how crazy this is, Trap Queen right here, 10 million records sold, 679, 6 million records sold, and My Way, 3 million records sold. That's a lot of money coming into his pocket. I do understand that's maybe the reason, you know, he went to jail and shit like that, just not being able to handle that much money and stuff like that, but I'm about the video to play out though.
Headlining shows, doing dozens of features. I mean, just listen to how much money he had in the bank.
How much is the most you saw like in your account? You're like, what?
The most I saw in my account?
Yeah, just
22.
like 22,
Yeah.
like
Man,
22
that's
million.
crazy, bro.
Yeah. Holy shit.
This man had 22 million in the bank. He could have
You guys see that he had 22 million in the bank, man. That would be a lot for anybody super young, especially when he's blowing up like that, man.
set his family up for generations. So, what happened to all that money? Well, as a kid who grew up in the hood of New Jersey with nothing, as soon as he got some money, he wanted to spend it.
I did like 2.5 million in jewelry,
2.5
37
million.
cars, 10 houses.
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense why he went broke, man. He bought 37 cars. He bought 10 houses, $2.5 million from jewelry. Those aren't very smart investments, man. That's just not smart at all, man.
It was
14
bad. I was
apartments.
doing like almost $200,000 a month in just bills.
Apartments, houses, cars, jewelry, $200,000 a month in bills, and that's not including the 6 kids he has with 5 different women. It's like the man was trying to see how much money he could spend, and in 2018, he found out you can spend it all.
Wow.
See, Fetty had just landed in California. It was his daughter's birthday weekend, and he headed straight to the bank, looking to take out $100,000 so they could go celebrate. But as he tried to take the money out, he saw something that he had never seen before.
That was like a hold. I'm like, what do that mean?
So you try to take money out of it, there's a hold on it.
Yeah.
Fetty Wap had no idea he was behind on his bills, and the banks froze everything. Now at this point, Fetty wasn't really putting out music. He dropped some mixtapes, but those were free. He was really just living off of the massive success he had early in his career. So with the money drying up, it was time to get back in the studio, make another hit. But it turns out, there was something dark going on behind the scenes. See, when you look at Fetty Wap's career, you see an album in 2015 that sold millions of copies and had multiple
Yeah,
hits.
the album's a
Then
classic,
nothing but
man. The
free
album's a classic.
mixtapes until 2021. Why? Well, when you sign your first record deal with a hometown friend, a lot of bad stuff can happen. Yeah, while Fetty was on the
Ooh,
come
that
up in
makes- yeah, that's just hearing that situation. Like, he signed with his hometown friend, so he just pretty much extorted him, man. That's tough. That's just absolutely tough, bro. Holy man.
New Jersey, he was being put on by a guy named Nit the Grit, who would pay for his studio sessions and help promote his stuff. And as Trap Queen started to take off, Fetty signed to his label, RGF Productions, a decision that would impact Fetty's career to this day, cause Nit the Grit had no clue what he was doing.
I don't know. I'm fresh out the hood. I'm trying to figure it out.
Do you have a lawyer or do you have someone kind of guiding you? Again, it seemed like you a hood at this
Right.
point. You a hood.
Right.
And not only did he have no clue what he was doing, but he completely lost control of Fetty Wap. Nick couldn't get him to do interviews, show up to celebrity events, save his money, nothing.
When that fame and money and hoes came and all that, it just was like, I seen that in 2014. Like, it's like,
You saw
that
Fetty take.
fame, yes.
And all this tension on the business side led to issues on the personal side, with Fetty claiming that Nit wouldn't clear records or let him put out music.
At one point, everything was just whatever. And then the next thing you know, it was like, no, like.
Now to be honest, we're just scratching the surface on all the issues that were going on behind the scenes. But I think you can tell it was a mess. So when the pressure came, the money was gone, and Fetty had to make music. He couldn't find the motivation. The business side killed his passion, and he actually started to hate making music. So, with his accounts frozen and feeling like music wasn't an option, Fetty decided to take up a new line of work. But little did he know,
Bro, I still can't get over that he blew 22 million, man. Like, holy man. Like, wow. It's just super sad that he ended up turning to the streets and then ended up going to jail. When this guy is just so talented, man. And even just from that snippet that he recently just released, or like, bro, guys posted on Instagram, right? And it sounds like he's going down this path again. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about selling drugs and people snitching and shit like that over the snippet. When the way he became successful was his melodic music, man. And his melodic music was just so beautiful. I can't say it enough, man. Anyways, let the video keep playing.
this would be the biggest mistake of his life. In early 2019, Fetty Wap and a group of 5 other individuals came up with a plan to make millions. Basically, they would
Yo, I can't even lie. That guy's name, James Sosa, that's a pretty hard name. That must be like his street name or something. Anyways.
Would purchase a certain product on the West Coast, where they had drivers who would deliver it to the East Coast in vehicles with secret compartments. They would also switch up the strategy to try to remain undetected, sometimes shipping product in planes or through the mail. Once the goods got to the East Coast, it was all divvied up and sent out across New Jersey and the tri-state area. And I'm not talking about a little bit, alright? These guys were moving $2 million worth of product every single week.
Holy, the investigation revealed that the drug ring would, holy man, over 2.1 million per week. Holy man, I'm surprised Fetty wasn't in jail longer, man. Like, he's lucky I think he only served a few years, but holy man.
And they did this all throughout 2019, bringing in millions and millions of dollars. But the entire time Fetty was building this empire, the feds were watching. See, in May 2019, local police and the DEA launched a secret investigation into Fetty's crew. Now, what tipped the feds off is unknown, but regardless, from this point, the feds had their eyes and ears on everything Fetty and his crew were doing, from filming meetups, tracking shipments, even getting a court-ordered wiretap so they could listen in on their conversations. Every move they made, every word they said was being tracked. And it didn't take long for everything to come crashing down. On June 27, 2020, federal agents executed search warrants at 6 different locations across New Jersey, all connected to Fetty's crew, and they found everything they needed. And following the search,
Wait, I'm gonna go back to that right there, guys. Okay.
Fetty's crew, and they found.
Wow, the search warrant resulted in a seize of 16 kilograms. Wow, 1.5 billion in holy crap, man. Wow, man. That's just super tough for Fetty Wap, man. You know, you just had such a promising career, man, and he decided to go down this path. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I definitely understand there's like big money in this too, but you know, he lost his freedom. And now he's dropping some street-sounded snippets, which he doesn't sound bad on. It's just like, yo, his melodic shit, I can't get over that, man.
Everything they needed. And following the search, Fetty's entire crew was arrested, being hit with charges that had them facing.
Damn. So it says James Sosa, he was a major trafficker. Okay, so it's all the same. So James Sosa, 25 years to life. Brian Sullivan, 25 years to life. Anthony, 12 to 25 years to life. Deshaun Jones, 25 years to life. And then the other Anthony, 8.5 to 25 years. Holy man. That's just not worth it, man. That's just not worth it by any means. Like, not at all, man.
Life in federal prison. But there was one person who didn't get arrested. Fetty Wap. In fact, he was free for all of 2020, and in 2021, he even started making music again, finally dropping his second album, The Butterfly Effect, on October 22nd, and he was even booked to perform a.
Well, it's super interesting how Fetty Wap didn't get arrested in that situation. I don't fully understand that. I'm gonna go back a little bit, man.
Dropping his second album, The Butterfly Effect, on October 22nd, and he was even booked to perform at Rolling Loud the weekend after that. It seemed like things were actually turning around for Fetty, but as he was set to take the stage at Rolling Loud, the feds finally came knocking.
Well, now to a developing story. Rapper Fetty Wap under arrest on federal drug charges.
He was arrested yesterday at Citi Field. He's one of 6 indicted for conspiracy to distribute.
Nah, that's actually ruthless, man. Those feds knew exactly what they're doing, arresting him at a festival, man. I think Fetty Wap must have thought he got away from him, man, and man, that's interesting. That's super interesting.
More than 100 kilograms of controlled substances.
Sources tell Pix 11 News the rapper was also dealing drugs from the parking lot at the festival.
What?
The defense attorney.
Nah, there's no way, man. Fetty Wap? No way. He was selling drugs in the parking lot at the music festival, man. That is terrible. There's no wonder he got arrested, man. Holy man. I can't believe
Attorney said that her client is innocent and that this is all just a misunderstanding. She's looking forward to clearing it all up soon.
Fetty Wap was officially charged and was facing life in federal prison. Following this arrest, Fetty would only spend a week in jail before posting a $500,000 bail, where he would have to wear an ankle monitor along with other restrictions. Now, you'd think being out on bail would be a good thing. He could go back to making music and keep money coming in. I mean, he was able to do stuff like the DJ Academics interview that I've been showing all video while he was out on bail. But it turns out, being out on bail was the worst thing that could have happened, because it gave him the opportunity to keep incriminating himself. See, in order for the feds to build this case, they had to have informants, people that were feeding them information and snitching, and Fetty knew this.
I'm on a flag basis, man. You know what I mean? Be doing this. Got a whole bunch of ratatouille ass.
In fact, he felt like he knew exactly who was snitching. So in December 2021, while out on bail for only a month, Fetty decided to FaceTime an unnamed individual and allegedly threatened them if they snitched. Of course, the informant was filming the entire thing and sent it straight to the feds. So,
oh my goodness. Man, that was a huge mistake by Fetty Wap right there, man. That was, holy man. Nah, it started to make a lot more sense why Fetty Wap fell off, man. And, you know, he was really deep in the streets too. That's probably why he did that snippet, man. Just that realization right there, man.
Surprisingly though, it took a while for the feds to do anything about it, and Fetty would remain free for months. But in August 2022, Fetty was arrested once again, had his bail revoked for making that alleged FaceTime threat. And this time, there was no getting out. The feds had everything they needed to put Fetty away for life. They had witnesses, physical evidence, wiretapped conversations, front to back. Every angle was covered, and Fetty Wap knew he was screwed. I mean, if he took this case to trial and lost, he'd be sentenced to life in prison. Everything he worked for would be gone. All the people depending on him would have no one. So, with his back against the wall, Fetty had no choice but to take a deal, pleading guilty to a single federal charge, having all of his other charges dropped, and completely avoiding trial. And in March 2023, he was officially sentenced to 6 years in federal prison.
Wow.
Yeah, when you compare that to life in prison, he got a pretty big break. And since being locked up.
Yeah, no, Fetty Wap got a huge break, man. He only got 6 years when he should have got at least 25 to life, man. And I guess that's just what happens when you're a big rapper, man. But yeah, anyways, that was a cool little reaction we just did there. What happened to Fetty Wap, man? But I don't know, just kind of hearing what fully happened to Fetty Wap kind of makes more sense on why he's kind of rapping that street shit, you know what I mean? Someone in the comments said, this sounds like Fight Night Air Migos. I guess you could say that, man. Let's just check out this snippet again, man. Because I really do miss the Fetty, like the melodic Fetty Wap, man. Like that whole run he went on, man, just took over 2015 of summer, man. Even 2016, bro. I believe I was grade 10 at that time, man. Like Trap Queens, 679. Man, again, My Way, RGF Island. Oh my goodness, man. So many hits, man. Like, it was insane. It was an insane run, man. It was such an insane run. But let's just go back to the snippet, though, bro.
I stay in the field, gotta keep it strapped. I stay in the kitchen, all I know is crap. They was talking crazy when I was.
To be fair, the more I listen to it, the more I'm starting to, like, kind of dig the snippet, you know what I mean? But, like, man, I don't know. I just don't think this is the right direction for Fetty Wap and his music, man. Yeah, I just don't think so. And he's promoting that street life, too, you know? Like, don't get me wrong, like I love trap music, I love street music and stuff like that, but just after his whole situation, you could just tell he's rapping and calling out the person that snitched on him. You know what I mean? Like he's straight up doing that. So I don't know. I don't really like the direction he's going, man. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this video. Do you guys like the new Fetty Wap snippet? Do you miss the old Fetty Wap? And also let me know in the comments your favorite Fetty Wap songs. I don't know, just put it in order in the comments, man. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Subscribe and peace.